this is the end of our loot route, which I'll show you in a second. You can just go back here and then you have a guaranteed car to get out. This is great for like getting decent loot and then being able to third party Brutal Beachhead or third party anyone out here. What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm going to show you some of the best drop spots in Chapter 5, Season 3 to win more games in ranked Fortnite Zero Build and unranked as well. Now I'm going to show you some awesome spots that a lot of people kind of know about, and then I'm going to show you some really good low-key spots that have guaranteed chests, guaranteed health, and nobody knows about. So first of all, let's just start with kind of the popular areas that are really good, but people kind of know about them. So you're going to have some contested drops here. All right, so let's start off with a fairly popular spot that a lot of people know about by now. Very good. It's got about 20 chests, 20 possible chests that spawn here. It's got vehicles. It's got weapon upgrades for your car. It's got Ruckus, who is a heavy specialist who sells a boom bolt as well. It's got a slurp tank on the dock, and then it's got rotation right here for launch pad. So that's a really good spot. And then you can go over here from there, which has 3 guaranteed chests around this little oasis right here as you rotate out. So that's a very good spot, but again, it's pretty well known at this point, and it's going to be contested. Next up, you've got another little dock over here, which is also very solid. It's got a lot of cacti around the island. It's got a decent amount of chests and some rotation right here, as well as a Bright Raider who sells a boom bolt. And I think if you kill her, she actually drops a Warforged AR, which has been vaulted. I think. Could be wrong on that. And one more great spot that a lot of people know about is behind Brawler's Battleground is Research Rock. Now, Research Rock has a lot of loot and a lot of guaranteed chests. Look how many guaranteed chests there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guaranteed chests. There's a lot of slurp barrels around in this building as well. In these buildings, you're pretty much guaranteed to get full health and very good loot. There's a car usually right here, not guaranteed, but usually. And then the only problem with this spot is if people contest you and they hold you on this hill, it can be a little troublesome if you don't have a car or if you don't have rotation. So just a note on that. But yeah, this is a very good spot, lots of loot. But again, a lot of people know about it, but it is really good. All right, next up is one of my favorite drops right now, and that is the most east building at Sandy Steps. Now, it doesn't look like there's much going on here, but there's actually some weapon caches or some weapon cases on the very first floor of this building. So you got a car outside. Usually you're going to drop around this canyon right here. You're going to fly in, come to this doorway right here on the bottom floor. You're going to run in and take a hard left, and there's going to be gun cases right here. You can break them open, and then you're going to talk to Hope, who sells a TAC AR if you want to buy it. Probably not worth it. And I think she sells a total of 8, maybe 10 shockwaves that you can buy. So what's really nice about this one is that you get guaranteed blue weapons, rare or better, out of those gun cases, and then you get guaranteed shockwaves. So having guaranteed mobility is really good. Then you just go ahead and take this car and rotate out however you please. A lot of cactuses in the area. One of my favorite spots to go to if I'm not full health is just take this car and drive it through this double cactus right here. That's 60 HP, and then there's another one right here for 90 HP. So those are pretty well-known spots, very solid. All right, so now let's get to the low-key spots that I've been talking about, and honestly, these are really good. And the theory behind this is to not have a very hot drop, not a very contested drop, and guaranteed chests, right? So I don't want to die on drop, and I want to get guaranteed loot, and then I want to be able to play my game from there. Because honestly, this season feels like dying off your drop is very common, because it doesn't feel like there's a lot of loot around the map, and there's very contested POIs that everyone thinks are the best for the medallions and all that. But I'm here to show you today that there are much better spots that will guarantee survival on your drop and guaranteed loot. All right, now let's talk about the low-key, incredible spots that I have found for ranked Zero Build. And this can be for unranked as well. These are mostly solos or duo spots, but you can definitely get a trio or a squad looted up if you kind of just branch out around the surrounding areas a bit. But these spots, what's really cool about these spots is it's guaranteed loot and guaranteed shields, and it's probably pretty much uncontested. All right, so I'm going to do a really brief overview of it first, and then I'm going to actually show you the loot route in gameplay. So first of all, we're looking at the dam bridge, and what's really important about this is the yellow outlines on chests. I'm looking at Fortnite.gg right now. This is a website that uses an API to show you all the loot and all the spawns around the Fortnite map. And I'm looking at the damn bridge, and you see these yellow chests, the yellow outline. That signifies a guaranteed spawn. Same with the vehicles, right? So if you see yellow spawns, so if you see yellow outlines on chests, vehicles, that's guaranteed. And we love guaranteed on our drop because, one, we don't want to die on drop, and two, we want to get guaranteed loot, and then three, we want to get guaranteed rotation or mobility to get out of there, right? And get our game going. So those are kind of my requirements with a great drop spot. So here we are, we're at the damn bridge. I'm just going to give a quick overview, and then I'm going to show you the gameplay. I drop on this chest right here, and then I just drop into the water, grab my vehicle, and then I get a cow catcher on it, which is very important, and I'll show you why in a bit. And then I go ahead and drive south down here. I hit this cactus right here, and then I go over here into this little shelter, which has another 5 barrels in there. Now I'm at 80 shields and a guaranteed chest. And then I go over here to this rock, guaranteed chest. And you can hit this cactus if you want. And then you can go over here to this first dune, which has markers on it, which I'll show you. Guaranteed chest. Another dune right here, guaranteed chest. Another cactus right here and a chest, guaranteed chest. And down here, 2 more guaranteed chests. You can just knock out this building right here and both those chests will fall. So right there, that is a bunch of guaranteed chests with very little drama on your drop. All right, now we're gonna get in game. We're gonna show you that loot route, and then we're gonna show you another awesome drop. We got a lot of great content for you today. So please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and consider using code Toby1Shinobi in your Fortnite item shop. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we are looking at the most southern part of the map right here, southwest, and we're looking at this damn bridge right here, this little double bridge. That's the spot we're looking for. Now we're gonna drop on the top bridge because that's a guaranteed chest, and you know, we can drop right into this river as a low point, and that's gonna get us in on that top chest nice and easy. Okay, we've also got a car up here, so if things get too sketchy, if things get crazy, go ahead and grab some loot up here and then just get out with the car. Or if no one's contesting you, go ahead and grab this chest. Oh my gosh! Don't hit the diving board. So we grab that, we drop into the water, and then we just go over here, grab whatever weapons we see on the ground. All right, cool. We grab this car, we hit this nitro, and then this is really important to get this cow catcher on your car. Definitely get the cow catcher on your car. You can grab loot if you want, but honestly, there'll be enough along the way. So then we hit this cactus right here. All right, now really quick, I just want to show you this little porta potty right here. Is actually really cool because it's connected to another porta potty. So I start here, and then I go over here, which also has some decent loot and a car. So if you want to escape, if you're in a bad situation, you can hit that porta potty, grab this car, or you can go to this next porta potty, and this actually takes us to nearly the end of our loot route. So this is actually a pretty cool way to traverse across the map, because now we are about, let's see, how many meters? 322 meters from where we started. So you can get out of some danger really quick, and now you end up at Brutal Beachhead. So just a note, if you end up out here, right, this is the end of our loot route, which I'll show you in a second. You can just go back here, and then you have a guaranteed car to get out. So a lot of rotations, like I was talking about, rotations are very, very good. So now we're gonna drop back into this porta potty right here. Okay, back to our loot. So as we come up here, right, we hit the cactus, we pass the porta potty, and we take a hard right up this hill. And this is where the cow catcher is really important because it makes this loot route very fast. You don't have to open up chests, you just run them over. Okay, so there's 5 barrels in here. We go ahead and break this, boom, and we get our loot. Okay, it's a harbinger, not really interested. Now we go up here. We're gonna go ahead and park our car right here. Okay, we're gonna grab that AR. We're gonna drop this pump, boom. Okay, our loot's not that great. We're gonna go over to this cactus, hit it really quick. Cool. That's gonna heal everyone in the car. Now, you're looking for these little posts right here, because that's gonna signify places that have the chests. Okay, so that's pretty good. We got a green combat. Okay, now another chest right here by these poles, these little gates. Okay. Nice, combat AR, cool. And then we go down here, and that's that porta potty I was talking about. Okay, we go over here, there's another cactus, now we're full health. And both you and your duo or your trio should all be full health by now. All right, we got shocks, we got 6 splashes, we got an enforcer. Okay, we go over here, And then we just break this with our cow catcher or our pickaxe if we don't have a cow catcher. And now we get more loot dropping from the sky right here. Okay, pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, most people are not looting these areas. That's probably gonna be available. If they do loot this one, that's, you know, there's a chance that people loot that one. But even then, this is great for like getting decent loot and then being able to third party Brutal Beachhead or third party anyone out here, because in most cases people that land at these POIs, they're fighting with like sticks and stones, man. There's not a lot of loot in these POIs. There's probably like 3 chests in this entire building, like maybe 5 over here, and it's real bad. You're gonna come in fully looted and you'll be able to third party these people, take the medallion if they spawn here or the medallion over there, and it's just really, really solid. All right, back in Fortnite.gg here, and we're gonna go ahead and go up to the northern part of the map. Most north part of the map, there's this little Piney Lane island. Now, what's good about this island is, again, recognize yellow outlines on these chests. Those are guaranteed spawns. So you're guaranteed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chests. Guaranteed. Not maybe, guaranteed. Plus, you got this guy who's a supply specialist. If you hire him, he'll resupply you with shockwaves or whatever kind of utility you're carrying. He also provides a combat shotgun if you want to buy it. And then from here, we're going to either rotate out this way, which is what I'd recommend. Now, this is actually a pretty good trios and squads setup here because everyone kind of spread out on the island, grab the chests, and then they can go over here, finish up their looting. I think there's a guaranteed mythic guitar in here as well. And then you can finish up over here or wherever you want to go from there. But I'm actually going to show you a loot route for this that's actually a little bit different than what I've just said, because this is going to make it faster. So let's get into that. All right, so here we are. We're dropping into the island, but instead of dropping on the island, what we're actually going to do is go for the gas station. And again, so that we can get a cow catcher and run over chests, because it's going to go a lot faster. We also might be able to beat players to this island just grabbing the car real quick and then heading out. So we're going to go ahead and dive for this cove. We actually got a bad drop right there. Should have gone further into the ocean so we could drop lower, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to go over here and grab this vehicle, and then we're going to grab a cow catcher as well from this gas station. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and just run through this building right here, break these chests, and just grab this loot in case people are on the island. You have something to fight with. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. You know, we're decent now. Cool, we've got stuff to fight with. Get a little shields in us. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit these tires, hit this nitro, and then we're just gonna full send into the water and sink our car, but that's okay because it'll float back up. And then we're just gonna keep driving up here. Okay, now this is the first point right here. Every single one of these bushes has a chest in it. Well, not everyone, but almost all of them. So that one, boom, got a blue pistol out of that with a laser, great. Another chest right here in this bush we just broke. Okay, cool. Another chest right here in this bush, boom, laser burst, okay, or a burst. Okay, then over here, there's another chest by this little zip. Boom. Shield pot and an AR. I'm gonna grab that AR. Okay, and then we're gonna go down here. This is guaranteed chest right here. Boom. Hit that. Grab that. Talk to this guy. He's gonna sell a purple combat shotgun. And you can hire him and he'll resupply you. Or you can kill him and he'll drop a blue enforcer for you and a purple harbinger. Okay, now you go down here. There's a little slurp barrel right here. There's a large ammo case. And now we've got a few guaranteed chests down here. Maybe 2 guaranteed chests down here. Actually 3, I think. Yeah, 3 guaranteed chests. 1 on the boat, 2 in the little bowling area. And a lot of times you will get shockwaves out of these chests, and then you'll be able to hire the supply guy, and he'll be able to just resupply you with shockwaves. As long as you're holding the shockwave out while he's next to you, he'll like resupply you. I think it's every minute or so. Something like that. Okay, cool. We got a purple gatekeeper. And then this bush up here does not have a chest in it, but this bush over here does. Go over here, break that, and boom. By now, we should have very solid loot. As you can see, my loot is pretty darn good. If I have that supply specialist, I'm going to have 6 shocks by now. There's also a guaranteed chest out here if you want it. Usually not worth it. There's mushrooms right here for finishing up your shields if you need it. But usually you'll have enough shields just from all those chests you opened. Okay, now we're going to take our car and we're either going to drive out and go that way if we're not happy with our loot though, or if we're running a bigger squad, like a trio or a squad or whatever, if we don't have good loot, we'll just go over here and we'll start looting this building. And this building has a lot of good loot, as you can see. Rare chest right here, Gold Harbinger, no thank you. And usually there's a chest down here, I guess not. And then there's a mythic guitar, I think, that spawns towards the top here. Oops. Okay. So yeah, you kind of just loot this building. You get the point. There's probably like 5 or 6 chests at least in this building, or chances of chests, right? And that's an important thing, right? Chances of chests is different than chest itself. So here's the mythic guitar, and then you just, you know, carry on your way, loot the rest of this place. There's also guaranteed chests on the roof up here in this weird little metal storage container at top. I think this always has guaranteed chests. Takes a year to break. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, from here you kind of just rotate however you please. You know, you can go to lavish. You can intercept any medallions if they're driving by on a convoy. You can go to classy courts over there. And there's cars at the gas station, right? There's cars over here. And yeah, it's a pretty great loot spot, pretty uncontested in most cases. And if you have a little contest with any of these drop spots, that's fine. Usually not the strongest players because they're dropping on the outskirts. But yeah, you'll leave this with very good loot, and you'll be ready to third party or, you know, finish up any fights with medallions or larger POIs where people are fighting with sticks and stones. All right, now our last low-key drop spot is actually not a POI again. We're gonna drop over here on this little spot right here, this tree that has 3 guaranteed chests. And then we're gonna drive our car, if there is one, over here, or we're just gonna get green water on us, swim across, and there's a bunch of buried chests right here, guaranteed chests right here, guaranteed chest in this building up here, guaranteed chest over here. So, and then a guaranteed chest over here if you don't have good enough loot already. And then from there, you can go over to Grim Gate or Pleasant Piazza. All right, now let's jump in the game and show you the rotation where these chests are and how to do it quickly. All right, so now we're looking at the west side of the island over here. And this tree on this little point right here is actually where those triple chests are. So we're going to go ahead and drop over Grim Gate right now and then just glide into that. Alright, so we're passing over Grim Gate and we're coming up towards this tree. Now, as you have, you know, some height, you can either, one, just grab a car right here. Just look for vehicles, look for rotation, because this whiplash isn't always guaranteed. So we're actually going to go over here and just grab this car, because we want guaranteed rotation in case there's people around, in case we get in trouble. We want to be able to go quickly. So I would highly recommend finding a car before you commit to this, in case you get in trouble and somebody beats you to the weapons or that sort of thing. There's a couple slurp barrels down here that you can hit on the way in or on the way out. Okay. Oh, there's a whiplash. So this whiplash is very commonly spawned here, so you don't have to stop for this first one. But either way, there's 3 guaranteed chests down here that you can open. Wow. Look at our loot already. Wow. And there's also the green juice right here that you can get your feet wet and get your skulls on. And now you have good mobility if you didn't have any before. There's a whiplash that spawns above us right here on this rock. Yep, so up here. Okay, now usually I grab this whiplash. If it's not here, then I grabbed the other one and drove it over here. And then we just start heading this way, down the coast. And we're looking to make this crossing, but there's one more guaranteed chest right here in this boat. As we come over here, guaranteed chest right here. Boom. Okay, and you know, we should be full shields by now. I haven't been drinking shields, just trying to move quick here for the sake of your time. Okay, and then we're gonna drive across right over here, and now there's guaranteed chests in the beach. Usually 3 chests spawn on the beach as buried, and then 1 guaranteed chest right here. So 4 total guaranteed chests, as well as a little bit of floor loot. So we're gonna go down here. Now be careful, because you do need to check your surroundings right here, and driving a car up is gonna make a little bit of noise. You might wanna park the car further out. Since you got green skulls on you, you can dash out to your car if you need to, but you might not wanna make too much noise while you're down here, because it's kind of a sketchy spot to be, you know, with all these cliffs around you. And you will catch people running out of Pleasant Piazza right here when you're looting. People are going to come over this ridge right here, and they're probably going to be hurt. You might be able to pick up some free kills. Okay, so we're going to grab this guitar, and then hit this last, hit this last buried treasure. Okay, and then one more right here with a couple of barrels as well. Cool. Alright, so honestly, yeah, my loot is really, really solid. In this case, I'd probably rock a loadout like this with a 2-gun loadout, 2 pieces of mobility. And then we can drive up to this spot right here and get a guaranteed chest right here if we'd like. As well as some mods for our car. Right here, grenade launcher turret. Or we can just run in here and get some gold from that as well. This is a guaranteed chest. Okay, and there's a chest, and then there's gold right there. And we're on our merry way once we mod our car. And then again, going down to this guaranteed chest down here. Another one. And again, you can just drive into a POI. You can start fighting at this point, but there is some floor loot along the edges here, as well as guaranteed chests. Now, if you keep driving through the water to this next spot, to the jump pad over here, there's another guaranteed chest in this building, and a guaranteed chest on this boat, I believe. Maybe not guaranteed on that boat, actually, but there's always at least one chest total in this area right here, and some floor loot as well. Looking very solid with our loot. And, you know, a lot of these spots, like a couple of them might have somebody have looted 1 or 2 chests. You might not get all the chests on this route, but either way, you're going to get very, very good loot, and you're probably not going to run into too much trouble. All right, so we got really great loot, and then we can go into Pleasant Piazza, fly over there, or we can third-party Grim Gate from this jump pad. So that is my third really good low-key spot. And again, what's nice about this is that it's not a POI, so people really don't have these spots in mind. They don't have these loot paths in mind, and they're very easy to do. Guaranteed loot, guaranteed shields, and then usually you can come into one of those POIs where people are just finishing up those final fights. You can kill that player and then steal the rest of the loot from that POI that they've worked so hard to get. All right, since you've made it this far in the video, I'm actually going to throw in a couple bonus honorable mentions. The first is the loot cave. I don't know if you know about it, but there's a cave down here. There's actually a porta potty that you can take right here that will bring you down to the loot cave. And inside that loot cave is a bunch of guaranteed chests. You can see there's, I think, like 8 or 9 guaranteed chests in this area. There's also a bunch of slurp barrels in this building right here, which you can hit. A big old wall of them. I think it actually might be 10 to get you full shields. And then the only problem with this is that there's not a lot of rotation here, and it's kind of a long way. You can take a zip line up to the top of the mountain and then go hit this jump pad at this little base camp. You can get a couple chests as well, and then hit this jump pad and go wherever you need to go from there. And then another bonus spot, if you really want to be like on the outskirts and take a little bit of time on your drop, are these windmills out on the breezy coast, far northeast side of the map. It's got a slurp tank in the water right here. A lot of chests around this area, and then guaranteed chests along this route right here. I want to say it's about 20 chests total. A lot of floor loot as well along these windmills, but you know, it kind of takes a while to loot. You got to ride these zip lines. You drop down off of zip lines onto floor loot and other chests down below and above. But yeah, there's a lot of loot. There's guaranteed health, guaranteed shields, and then what I recommend you do from there is ride the zipline over to the lumber yard and then go talk to Riot, who sells a hand cannon and Flowberry Fizz, which is very good. You can also kill him, and I believe he drops a combat shotgun and a boom bolt. Could be wrong on that. There's a car out here. There's also gun cases in this back room right here, so you can get guaranteed rare or above weapons in these cases. And yeah, ultimately a really solid spot. All right, actually, we're going to throw in one more bonus spot for you, and that is northeast part of the map right here. Above Classy Courts, there's a big mountain, and there's a little compound up here. It's called Coastal Comms, and it's really, really good. There's a vault down below that should be open now. There used to be a boss that spawned a key card. There's a vehicle up here. There's a jump pad above the mountain as well. And this place has guaranteed loot, guaranteed slurp barrels as well. And overall, just a really, really good spot for solos or duos. And then you can either drive the car or take the jump pad down to classy courts and third party. All right, guys, I hope you liked that video. I put a lot of time into researching these spots and finding those guaranteed chests, as well as good loot routes and good rotations. If you appreciate that, please drop a like on the video and consider using code TobyWanShinobi in your Fortnite item shop. All right, y'all, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Shinobi out.